Okay, so the third foundational shot that you have to master to get to 5-0 is the third shot. So we're gonna go over the few different shots you can do for your third shot, and then pick one that's going to be the most valuable to you and getting to the 5-0 level.
Perfect.
Okay, let's rock and roll.
Awesome. All right, guys, so as Bragan mentioned, there's a lot of third shots you can hit in the game of pickleball. We're gonna pick specifically to address the drip today, which is what I feel is the most effective way to hit a third shot in the game of pickleball, because it's essentially a blend between a drop and a drive. So it's a new kind of hybrid shot that a lot of top level players are using. It gets you up to the kitchen and gets you some really good opportunities early in games. So we're gonna cover the technique for the drip.
Okay, let's do it.
For technique of the drip, we're gonna focus on 3 main steps just to keep things nice and simple, but also give you some key pointers to execute consistently. For practice sake, we are going to practice this on the forehand side.
Yep.
You could apply everything we're gonna talk about to the backhand side as well.
Which you obviously need both.
You need both. Yeah, so practice both. For time's sake, we're gonna definitely focus on that forehand more. And I would recommend for everyone watching at home, master your forehand before you move on to your backhand.
Okay.
You wanna make sure everything's really dialed in on your natural dominant side before you go to your non-dominant side.
Makes sense.
Cool. So if this is representing the ball as it's traveling to us from the opponent hitting their serve return, step 1 is going to be what we're doing with our footwork, and that kind of goes along with our paddle. So when we're hitting a drip, we don't need a big excessive take back because we're not driving the ball. We don't need this much take back to generate a ton of power. It's a lot slower than a drive, so we don't need that take back.
Yeah.
So when I say footwork goes with paddle here, what I mean is I'm dropping my right knee here into this position, and I'm almost limiting my paddle take back here.
Gotcha.
So I don't really, if I'm hitting a drip, I don't really want my paddle coming way past my right knee or my right hip.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I don't want you guys hitting this shot from open positions or closed positions. I want you to kind of be in between those 2 ranges and kind of use that right knee as a bit of a block to limit your backswing. Getting way back here and like driving the ball. Using that non-dominant side shoulder as a bit of a guide is always a good thing. And I think that's usually why you don't see a lot of drips happening linear, right? So you don't see a lot of top level players dripping here because you would have to fully close and then you're pretty closed off. So it's a little bit easy to read where you're gonna go from there. So I'm with you. Yeah, if I'm trying to go to that corner, I'm definitely gonna try and line my shoulder up there versus here for middle.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So step 2 is going to be what we're actually doing with our paddle mechanics and our contact point. Really, what I want you guys to focus on is dropping your entire paddle below the ball. This shot, you'll hear me say this a couple times in this video, the most important thing to hitting a successful drip is generating a ton of topspin.
Okay.
So if we're not dropping our paddle below the height of the ball, there's not going to be that brushing effect on contact, which is literally what gets us topspin.
You need the topspin to drop down.
So I always say if I don't feel my paddle drop below my knee, I'm not looking to hit the drip. It's not going to have that topspin that's really going to make this ball bite down on our opponent.
Makes sense.
And then step 3 is follow through. If you simply extend through this ball, you're going to get a very flat drip. And as we know, a ball that's flat with a lot of topspin will get a lot of misses into the net, right? At the same time, we don't want to brush directly up this ball either. That's just going to be a really lofty ball, which is more like a drop, not really aggressive like a drip, right? So we want to literally break the balance between those 2. Go right between. I don't want full extension. I don't want full lift. Right between those 2. So something like this, where I've broken through the ball, right? And then I'm coming up towards my shoulder. Good amount of extension, good amount of lift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Those are the 3 steps. So we'll have you hit a few, and then we'll talk about strategy around the shot.
Okay, let's do it.
Cool. Okay, here. Pretty good.
Little high.
Only thing is, I'd say there was a lot of lift and chest opening on that. So make sure we're extending through the ball, keeping that chest down. There. Yep. Ready?
Yep.
That's a great drip. Perfect.
That felt better.
And one thing I'd like to point out about that, for you guys watching at home, you can see how that ball actually bounced outside of the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's actually the best type of drip.
That's what I've heard. You're like right outside the kitchen line.
Right. Because it puts that person, if I'm up here at the kitchen, right? And that ball's bouncing in front of me, it's a little bit easier for me to step back and then attack.
Oh, but if it's coming at me, I'm like...
Yeah, you're struggling.
Yeah.
You either got to be taking the ball from really low off a volley here, or you got to step way back if you're going to let it bounce.
Which probably they'd be taking it out of the air, but that's a low volley where it's coming back up at me, right?
And that's what we're going to talk about in strategy portion is like, what's our reaction if we hit a really good drip?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just do like 1 or 2 more good ones here. Really good technique. Ready?
Yep.
Perfect. Awesome. You can see a ton of topspin coming off of that ball. I think what I'd like to point out about what you're doing really well is you're dropping that paddle really low and you're brushing really aggressively, going a little bit through the ball before up, so it's getting a ton of really good revolutions on that topspin. Tipping really aggressive. It's good.
Oh.
All good, all good.
Definitely got
Body.
on top of that.
Yeah, you were on top of it there. I think just sink that paddle below the ball. You were a little level on
Right
contact.
after the compliment.
I know, right? I got to take that back now. There you go. Yep. Now, only thing I'd say is your backswing's kind of a little different every single time.
Okay.
So on your better ones, I think the take back was really nice and consistent in here around the knee. On the ones that you were hitting a little bit farther than we would have liked, I think that take back started coming back beyond where we want to go. So you're generating more power, which we don't necessarily want on a drip.
I need to be consistently kind of like right around my knee, like you're saying, right?
Yeah.
And that's why they say pickleball is compact swings more than anything. And of course they're referring to up at the net,
Sure.
but also in these swings, right? You don't take a big swing in a lot of these.
Yeah, so I think that gives you a framework of technique, and we'll continue to refine that technique, but definitely want to introduce some strategy with this as well.
Yeah,
so
go into some
I'll go over
strategy.
there, I'll be playing against you. As we kind of mentioned, the best strips are actually hit maybe a foot outside of the kitchen.
Yes.
Because what it does is it gives the opponent two options, right? They are either forced to take a really low volley with a ball that's constantly dipping and has a lot of speed to it, right? Or they're choosing to take a step back, but with all that topspin, when that ball bounces, it's gonna skip. So they're not gonna be super successful off the bounce with this ball. So either way, if we're putting the ball around here, they're left with two options. They're both not very good.
Yeah.
So good players make the most out of bad situations, but you're making their life really difficult in hitting a good drip.
Makes sense.
We'll practice a few of those and kind of practice your progression up. What I like to see is if I hit a really good drip and my opponent is choosing to reach and take that ball off a volley, that's when you'll see a lot of high level players typically crash off of their third because they see their paddle angle down. If there's any type of error from this low and the ball pops even a little bit high, they're
pouncing on it, right? Yeah. They're taking advantage of that pop up.
Right. Versus if my drip, maybe I don't hit it so well, it lands a little bit earlier and they step back. Now they're taking a ball from high.
They can attack.
I would not be attacking through my court position as aggressively.
Yeah, because it's coming back at more force.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll practice a few of those out. Let's have you hit the ball and kind of show me a good reaction. If it's a really good ball, I want to see you move through your ball and get up as close to the kitchen as you can and attack, be aggressive on your fifth. If it's not your best drip, if it's landing early, that's okay. It's just a different type of reaction. Yeah. You just don't want to crash through that ball as strongly.
Great.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I want to see a little bit more shape to this ball.
Okay.
It's really flat right now.
Really? Okay.
Right? And you're hitting with a lot of topspin.
Okay.
So I want to see that ball come up and down.
So you're saying get under it a little bit more.
A little bit more and take some pace off. If you take some pace off, this ball will drop more.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of pace off. Ready? Pace off. That's a ball. See there? Look at my paddle. I haven't moved.
Right? I gotcha.
Now I'm in this range where through this ball, you should be crashing.
Yes.
The last three balls I took from up here because it's like almost like a drive.
Yeah.
So again, I think your take back's getting larger. I think you're treating this like a drive.
Yes.
Right? It's very flat.
Yes.
A drip is a combination, so we need a little bit of that trajectory.
You need that arc a little bit.
Means you got to slow that ball just a tad, right? Just like you did. Perfect. Ready? Be aggressive on that fifth. You're expecting to attack it.
Okay.
It kind of looked like you were surprised when I came back at you.
Just expect it.
You're fully expecting that ball. Yep.
Okay.
Ready? Yes, go. Attack. Strong.
Oh!
You're so there. You're so there. You're so there. Your problem there, and this is a really good teaching point, your problem primarily still is the fact that I'm hitting and you're still moving.
Yeah, I gotta stop.
So like by the
Even
time...
if I'm not up to the kitchen, it's better to hit here than run in, right?
And
that's what I'm doing.
set on that ball. So as soon as you see my paddle close to the ball, split, stop, then you can move again. But I need to see your body come to a complete stop. Like you said, prioritize your body over your court position.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Last one. You're doing great. Right? Top spin up.
Oh.
Yes. Good. Oh, that's perfect.
I'm gonna redo another one.
Perfect ball. Nice job. Ooh, it looks good. Looks good. I like it. Turn that left shoulder to me a little bit more.
Yep.
There. Play. You're so there. That's the play. Okay guys, so last little part of this video is a super simple drill that is not super conventional. I don't see this done a lot, but I feel it really helps. It's helped a lot of the people that I coach. Again, not super conventional, but think about it as isolating the technique that you will use when you go back and you're actually hitting this in a game. Okay. It's gonna look a little micro, it's gonna look a little funky. Just hang with me here for a second. Okay. It really dials in a lot of the mechanics. So what you're gonna do is essentially measure with your arm out this distance to the net. Okay. What I'm gonna, and you can actually do this drill completely on your own. You can do it with a partner if you want. What I'm gonna have you practice is with this space, right? I'm gonna drop the ball and have it bounce up to an apex around my knee. Okay, that's gonna be my contact point, and I'm gonna try and attempt to bring this ball up over the net and back down before the kitchen.
Okay.
So what this forces you to do is generate a ton of topspin.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you're not generating topspin, this ball's gonna go up and it's gonna continue to go up and out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
So what I feel like on your drops you need more of is that drop.
Yeah.
Some of yours were going high.
Yep.
It's not getting that drop. So this is not the distance we're hitting a drip from, but it is the exact same concept of we need to get that ball up slowly so it can come down quickly.
Yeah.
With that spin.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
look, something like this here. Boom. So I need to get that ball up. See how that net clipped, right?
Yep.
I need to get it up and
Like-
down. See how that ball's dropping? There. So it's got a lot of topspin. So if I'm hitting that ball outside of the kitchen, I'm not applying enough topspin to this
Yeah.
ball.
Makes sense.
That makes sense?
Okay.
So if you're not applying enough topspin, what's the fix? Set your paddle lower.
Yeah.
You're not giving it that brush that it needs.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I would also say too, just like we've mentioned in previous videos, make it a game. If you have a partner,
Yes.
it makes it way more fun.
Yes.
So do something where you keep score, how many times you hit it over, those sorts of things, right?
Put some targets out.
Targets,
Go
yeah.
5 or 10 balls. Keep it a competition. It's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some things that you can do there.
Totally. Yeah.
Cool.
So let's have you come and just try some real quick.
So you're kind of still splitting your.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's about.
About there. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just trying to drop it to where it comes up to a height around your knee, and then get this ball in the kitchen. Yep. That's it. So you can see you're close. That landed right on the kitchen line. So maybe
Yeah.
a little bit more topspin, a little bit shorter.
Okay.
There you go. That had way more topspin than your last
Yeah.
ball. So again, guys, that's not how you, this is not a drip right now, but that mechanic, that
Yeah.
swing mechanic is what you need to be feeling when you're hitting your drip.
Yeah.
So this is why this drill is crucial. Thanks for watching, guys. We will catch you on the next one. We're doing a really cool video coming up on the fourth shot. So make sure you stay tuned and come back
Okay.
and watch that one.
Thanks.
See you guys. Peace.